advice do you have for kids coming up today that want to do it themselves? Well, it takes a while.
Learn how to make something that you think is good, despite what everybody else thinks.
So just give yourself some time to find out who you are and who you want to show the world who you are.
If they are somebody that really doesn't have a choice but to keep doing this thing they love to do, like they didn't choose it, it chose them, even though that sounds kind of corny, but that's actually how it happens a lot, I think, then just be prepared for a lot of work and probably a lot of rejection and probably not so much success, but if you need to do it, then the ends justifies the means anyway, so you'll be all right.
Just do it any way possible. I don't care if you have to steal the materials. Just do it and keep improving on your skill factor. Make it the finest and hardest thing to do is just keep up a level of skill that's just unmatchable, even the way you wrap the canvas. Everything really well packaged, put together, whatever that package is, come up with a format, come up with your images, and just keep developing those images. They'll naturally develop into your own visual language if you just keep doing it long enough. Don't get too discouraged, man, because I've been living in rat dens for about 15 years. Just now getting my head above water.
And like I said, never lose touch with what you just want to create for yourself. But the whole like falling into like, maybe I'll get signed, maybe I'll get chosen, da da da. I mean, that's so easy to lose your own personal vision in that. And if you're waiting for the validation of that external stamp to hit your forehead, I mean, you'll either get a short-lived ego blast or a long-lived ego blast that will end.
The only specific advice I'd ever have would be to say, just do whatever you do because you love it. That way, if in the future it doesn't turn into like selling tens of thousands of records, or it wasn't the most beautiful painting or the most incredible sculpture or whatever, at least you enjoyed yourself while you were doing it, and you were doing something that you loved.
You can't be what you were. Got another thing coming. Stand up, just what you are. You can't be what you were. The time is out. It's running out. Running out. It's running out. You can't be what you were. You better be sure. Things that don't live in the life. Let's talk about you. You can't be what you were. The now movement. The now movement. The now movement.
My only advice for up-and-coming photographers has always been and always will be to get a model release from the people you're shooting. You never know when you're going to be able to use that work for something, off in the distant future. I can tell you I had a really hard time collecting model releases for stuff I did in the 80s. I had to collect them in the early 90s. It was difficult.
I warn people of the world where they're just waiting for someone to pick them.
You don't do it for money. You don't do it for pleasure either. I don't know why you do it. You just do it because you have to do it.
You have to do it.
Just fucking do it, man. And everybody I've ever worked with, I've paddled some bands through the lowest ebbs of their careers. Where's the drummer? He's dead. Just keep rowing. Just keep rowing. Whoa, we lost another one. Just don't. Just keep going. At least they brought their own weed. They seem cool. We'll let them on the boat. Oh, we gotta lose them. Bam! You just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. You're just steering. You don't know where you're going, and you're on the road less fucking traveled, man. Just keep going forward.
So I think anybody who likes to play music should just do it regardless. Quit your job, run away, join the circus, be a musician, and live on the street. Oh shit, that's right, this is mandolin. Can't use that part. I hit a wrong note.
Because a lot of people say, wow, I don't believe you're able to exist just with just doing your art, and that's what you got to stop and think about and be happy about, because there's a lot of people that say they used to do, I used to draw. That kills me more than anything else, is people sit there and say, I used to do this or I used to do that. I say, why don't you do it anymore? Oh, there's no money in it. And is that the priority? Is really that the priority? I mean, that if it made you happy, then that's better than anything else.
And I suggest that anyone taking photographs of someone always pays the people, even if it's $1. So you don't come back down the line. They don't come back down the line and say, you're making money off me, where's my cut?
Real fast. Wrap up. The main thing is about the rider, really. That's what I've learned about being an independent artist. When you really graduate, you get to ask for things like towels.
You have to make it happen. You can't wait for like some hand to come out of the sky and say, here's a really cool gig, here's a really cool opportunity, here's, you got to take what you get and try and make it sensational.
Okay, now take a big breath. I really want to hear it. I really want to hear what you think of Take the Guitar Orchestra! Okay, let's hear for the guys also, everybody!
Do it yourself. And don't wait for a trust fund or a grant or think anyone's going to come and help you. But buck up your resources, get a job if you have to, find a way to gather the money, and just do it. It's not that difficult. You have to just have the will to do it. There's no secret. There's no mystery as to how you create, as to how you produce, as to how you collaborate. The thing is to have the balls to just decide, I'm going to do it, and do it. I can't imagine not doing it myself.
It doesn't matter if nobody gets it, because most of the things that turned out the best had a period where nobody understood it. And how would they? Because you're doing something that's new. So you have to, if you believe in what you're doing, just keep it up, be good at it. Don't get lazy with it, just follow through. If no one ever knows who you are, at least you knew who you were.